Hello. Okay, this is the second video I'm creating for the free class that is going to hold very soon. Okay, then here now the last class, which is the first one, we created chart of account. We are actually deal with chart of accounts, and I give you a few one or two explanations on some of the items there, how to go about that from here to there and the likes. Okay, now we are in the second video, and this video is going to concentrate on creating a customer. So let's create a customer. Definitely you have to transact with someone. You have to sell to someone. So how do you go about bringing these people up and transacting with them? So you have to create them first in QuickBooks before you can select them in your transaction. So that is what we want to do. So here now we are going to, in this second video, we are going to undo this particular section, creating customer. So I'm going to be quick about that so that we actually, and brief and more explanatory, so that you actually understand what we are doing here. Now my name is Abdul Fattah Munir. You can see here Abdul Fattah Munir Enterprises. Yeah. So most people call me Abdul or Fattah Munir. Then my middle name is not there, but some people make jest of my middle name, so let me just leave that there. Okay. Creating customer. So look, this is customer center, this is vendor center, this is an employee center. Now if you want to transact, if you want to do any transaction that has to do with you and your vendor, this is where you come to. You and the customer, this is where you come to, and there with your employee you come to this place. So now we are going to customer. Okay, you click on this to take you to the customer center. You can come to customer here and click on customer center. You can click on Control J anywhere to take it to customer center. You can also come to your icon bar here, click on my shortcut here. You know, we are in the open window before, now click on my shortcut. You come down. You see customer, you can click on this customer to take you to your customer center. Whichever options you have to move around. So let's click on this one here, customer. So this will enable you to have access to all your customer, all the information that you want to have about your customer. They are here in the customer center. You can see the only person I have is George Christ mode. Yeah. That is my spiritual father. Yeah, so that is George Enterprise. You can see at the right side here is customer information, the company name, the full name, the customer type is I selected retail. So all these things we're going to show you how to record them so that you have them in your customer information section. Now here the transaction, here you can see all the transactions I've been creating with George Enterprise, even though he's not aware. I'm actually creating a transaction with him here because I added him as a customer. Okay, that is that. You can make quick report of this particular customer, a open balance to check, show any estimate you have created regarding this customer, and any customer, the customer snapshot. This will take you to where you see graph like information. You understand, like Excel, where you create some graph and chart like that. Okay. Now if you have any contact you have in this company apart from George himself, because Mr. George B. Abraham, Blessing Abraham is the first contact that you have. Don't worry, I will show you that to do. If you have anything to do, you create here. If you have any notes, okay, let me meet George Enterprise, like the other version of my product than the other version. You can just make any note here, and from this note you can create to do. George complained that this and that. You can say okay, to do, call George, all this kind of stuff. Sent mail, any mail you sent to George, you can click on this place. In each of them they have their various kind of option on this side. You can see here. Okay, let me not waste much time there. Let's go to creating a new customer. So I click on this drop down, or even on this particular one you see new customer. So we are creating a new customer. Okay, once that excuse me, once that window is up, now we have to create. So let's say I think I don't have Abdurrahman. Let me, so Abdurrahman. Now this particular three box that you are seeing here, I can tell QuickBooks not to show me an opening balance at all. This should just, it should just show me this customer name alone. You understand? Okay, but that is another Abdurrahman, or I'll say Yaksin. Yeah, Yaksin, aka. Okay, now it is not advisable for you to insert an opening balance, even though QuickBooks gives you the option to. It is not advisable, because if you put an opening balance here, it will reflect as an opening equity. Opening equity, so, and you don't want that to be there. You understand? So any opening balance you have with custom with Yakubu Abdurrahman, okay, if Abdurrahman is owing me money now, I should have a bill, an invoice that I have created on that effect. So instead, I should record those bills he has not yet paid. He has not paid yet. You understand? I should record them instead of inputting the amount here. It's better I sort out those invoices that he's owing me on. Then I will now enter the transaction in QuickBooks. Then QuickBooks will now automatically reflect them as the balance that Abdurrahman Yakubu is owing me. So I'm not going to make use of any opening balance here. The implication I told you already is that it will now show in your open equity, and you don't want that, because it is not, this is not correct that way. You understand? This balance doesn't have to go to your equity balance. Okay, now company name. Now can I say, okay, Abdurrahman Yakubu. Okay, now these three options that you are seeing here, these are the things that will reflect in QuickBooks that can be able to easily recognize Abdurrahman Yakubu with. You understand? It will not reflect in any correspondent, in any invoice, in any sales receipt. Whether I'm writing check or whatsoever, if I'm writing check, that is my supplier, not Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman here is my customer. So the name that will only appear in that transaction is Abdurrahman Yakubu, not this Yaksin. Yaksin will only stay here with me in QuickBooks. Now let's go ahead. That is the company's name, Abdurrahman Yakubu company, or let me say limited. Limited is a company now. Abi limited means is a company. Is that also okay? Let's go ahead. Mr. That is the first contact. It might not be Abdurrahman himself that I'm having contact with. So it might be that there's somebody there that I'm having contact with in this particular company. That is the name I'm inserting here. But if it is Abdurrahman himself, that is the Abdurrahman's name I'm going to put here. But if it is somebody else that is in the company that I'm having contact with, maybe the sales rep, maybe the manager on the likes, that is the name. That is the name I'm inserting here. You understand? So let me think of somebody. She just makes use of his own name. Okay. So you might be thinking, what is the essence of writing the name here and also the name here? I've already told you the difference between this one and this one. So Abdul Rahman, then middle name, I don't know his middle name, Yakubu. Okay, now this job title, since he's the owner, so I can say owner, or let's say director, is more official, you know. Now the phone number, except I have to check my phone. The phone number of Abdurrahman, that is main phone number. Okay. Abdurrahman, I don't know if he's using this one again. 081 Abdul. Yeah. Okay. 080 61229576. Okay, that's his main phone number. If you want to call him, you can holler him there, or you can easily just use another number. I'm just trying to be more real here. Work phone, if he has another number there, if he has an email address, you can actually put that here. Another copy of email, maybe I have a second email address or something like that, you can put that here. Then you see all this information here, there are for this particular individual. Though the main email, I can use the company's email, you understand, or the representative email, you understand. So now if you are not satisfied with these options, then you can click down and select other options that you want to input the information on, and that is that Now this is Abdurrahman Yakubu. Then this is now I can insert the address here. So comma, then go down. Then I'll now insert. Let's say it's staying at the Lugbe, Abuja. Okay. Now address detail, invoice bill to. This is what I'm invoicing, Abdurrahman Yakubu Limited. Now let's say I'm shipping this. I usually ship goods product to him. If it is shipping, doesn't have to be using the C, you understand. Shipping can be delivering, you understand. So maybe you're delivering these goods to him. Now maybe you might have another address that you're shipping to. Maybe it has a different branch. So if it has a different branch, this is where you're going to insert. But if it is still that same branch, you can just leave it like that. You can just leave it here as a Abdurrahman. Or if you want to actually now show the place you ship it to, you can copy. This copy now will take this information to your ship to. So let's say the one I want to copy. Okay, let me say okay for this. Okay. Okay. Now you can see everything here is the same thing with this place. That is what I just did now by transferring. But maybe this ship to address 1. Now maybe it has another branch. This is where I can click and add new. You understand? Or add new. So you can have maybe 3 ship to or 4 address. So depending on where I'm shipping to, I will create a new one. Then I will select from it. Then once I create a new one, it will automatically come down to this place, and I will select it, and that is that. Then I will select if it is the default shipping address. I'll click on this. If it is not, I will leave it blank. Okay, that is all for this. And if you want to edit this particular one here, you click on this to edit it. If you want to edit on this one, you click on this to edit. And if you want to delete, you delete it. But you cannot delete this first one. But you can still cancel it if you want to cancel. Now payment setting is the next option. Okay. Now account number. Now you might have a unique account number that you use to recognize. Maybe your company is a large company, like the Fatah Monero Enterprises is a large company. Then maybe for that reason they have a unique identification number to identify their customers and the likes. But I think the account name alone is okay. But if you think maybe you have an advanced way of making that, you can have a number, and then you select that number here that you use to recognize each individual. Each customers. Now payment time. What payment time did you give to Abdurrahman? Now I will explain quickly here about select. Let me say this second one, but let me explain. Now this is net 30. Net 30 means it will be due in 30 days. This transaction you are selling to, this business you are going to with Abdurrahman, it should pay you within 30 days. But if you pay within 10 days, you give him a percentage of 1%. If he pays within 10 days, the same thing to this 30 days. If you pay within 10 days, 2%. If it's a consignment, you select consignment. You want to know which kind of payment time. Is it in abroad? You make consignment too. Is it due on receipt? This time around, as you are creating this invoice, any invoice that you are selling to Abdurrahman is due. So follow up. That does that. Then for this net 30, for the net 15 days, please pay me. Once that 15 days reaches, QuickBooks will notify you that after you have an invoice that you have to follow up because it is now past due date. That is that. So let me select this 2% net 30. 2%. But if you don't have anyone here, maybe you want to say, okay, it should be 5 days or these days. You click on add new. If you add new, you now introduce your options here, and everything settles it. Okay, let's go back. Preferred delivery method. Now if you want to send correspondent, maybe you want to after creating this invoice, you want to send the invoice. Actually, I'm not creating invoice now. So maybe I've created Abdurrahman first, then I want to now create invoice later on. I can just create and send to email. You understand? Maybe if I'm not sending to email, maybe through I'll just one-on-one, then I can just click no. You understand? The mail. You understand? If I want to take it to all these what did I call this DHML, or should I say post office, kind of something, you go to that place. Okay, now let's leave it at email because email will be more convenient and very, very, very fast. You understand? Okay, let's go to preferred payment method. Does it pay through cash, check, credit card, or MasterCard, debit card, and the likes? E-check. If you don't have any options here, you click on new. Now since I'm saying preferable delivery method, now I'm selecting email. So anytime I want to create invoice with Abdurrahman, it will automatically click on email because this is how he wants me to deliver this invoice to him. Then preferred payment method. Anytime I want to pay, Abdurrahman wants to pay me. That is the method. Preferred payment method. Abdurrahman wants to pay me. It automatically select either it is cash, check. Depending on which option I select here, I'm going to also show us that option whenever we go to the, let's say, check cash. Whenever we want to create, we want to receive payment from Abdurrahman, you see that it will select cash automatically. That cash is selected because I already selected cash here. But if I click on check, it will select check instead of cash. Okay. Credit card information. If you have his credit card, you put the credit card number, this and that. But mind you, if you have to input all this information, you have to enable, you have to protect your customer credit card protection has to be enabled because that information is sensitive, and if should in case anything happen, you might be held liable. You can also click on this to get more information on that. Now, credit limit. You can say, okay, Abdurrahman, the limit I want to set to you, and any credit, it should not be above 100. Let me say 10,000. No, 100,000. No, 100,000 is a big one, you know. Let's just say 50,000. That is that. Now, price level. I might be selling at a standard price on this particular any product. Maybe let me say I sell at 5,000 of any product. I might say, okay, anytime I bring up this product which is 5,000, please on Abdurrahman, I want to give him a percentage. So I want to create a price level for Abdurrahman alone. So even though I bring up that item, that particular let me say bicycle, I have bicycle and I'm selling that bicycle for, let me say, 25,000. Any price level inside here, QuickBooks will calculate it for me, for Abdurrahman, and deduct that amount. The Abdurrahman is not going to pay in full. So let's say 10%. I might just say I want to create for 10%. Excuse me. Now, is it per item or fixed? If it is fixed, I want it to be fixed. If it is per item, I want to create individually for an item. You understand? I select for this, and I also select for perfume. Okay, but now let me do on fixed. Let me just leave that on that level. This price level will decrease item price by how many percent? Let me say 10%, which is that. So 10% discount. Okay. Now, are you rounding up? No, let's leave it like that. 10% is okay. And I click on OK. Now I have created a price level for. So it's not as if maybe I have to, anytime I want to create this transaction, I have to. There's another way I can do it too. You understand? This discount I'm creating now, I can create an item. I make use of an item. So whenever I'm selling, I'm bringing a product up to Abdurrahman, I will now bring this particular discount item. But that is down is another option. But this is another option you can make use of, so that maybe if you might forget. You understand? You might forget to, so they don't go and charge Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman, how far now? I'll be Fatah, how they do now? I mean, they charge discount. They charge, put discount for this thing instead of. In order to avoid such from happening, you just create a discount on that. Okay, I think we're done. If you want to deal with online payments, which people could charge you on, you can click on these two options: credit card, bank transfer, ACH. Okay, let's go to sales tax settings. Now, before you can see the sales tax here, I already enabled the sales tax in my preference here. You understand? That is why you are seeing it here now. So if it is a taxable person, taxable can be regular customer, and I deal with taxable items. That is why it's showing here. But if I'm not dealing with taxable items, I can actually close that in preference. You understand? And this option will not able to select it because this customer or this business itself, the Abdul Monetary Enterprise, doesn't deal with sales item, tax item. You understand? Now VAT tax item, I created VAT already, so I have done that already. I created VAT. That's what this VAT. If you don't have, you can add new. You understand? Then resale number. That one is actually done in US. I think if somebody wants to buy from you and resell, they don't actually charge VAT for that person. You understand? They don't charge VAT to that person. So that is that. Now let's go to additional info. The customer type now is does it buy in wholesale or retail and the like. So now all these options are very, very vital because you can actually create your report. Where is that? customer and vendor. You can create a report. You can check for your customer type list and see a transaction that has to do with the customer type. So this is what I'm doing. So wholesale, if you have 10 wholesale, you can come down to this list and check them and create a report based on those wholesale. If it is the retail, if it is a referral, if you have another option, you create a new one. Now, do you have any rep that you want to attach to this particular customer? You select that so that you can be tracking the sales you are making to this customer based on this particular rep. You do that. If it is class is referring to this customer, which particular, if you have a different division, if you have different branches, if you have like 4 branches, you can, and you make use of one QuickBooks to record the transaction on these 4 branches, you can actually select the class. Now this customer might be in branch B, so I might have to create branch A to D. If it is 4 branches I'm dealing with, then I will attach this particular customer to branch B. That is just it about that. Now job info, you are not creating. Do you deal in job? If you don't deal in job, this option is optional. Just leave it, don't bother dealing about it. Now if you deal in job, if you do job, maybe project, you do any other service related kind of stuff, you understand, maybe you paint, you understand, maybe you paint, or maybe you do other jobs, or like a project, like you can fit. If it is only one job you are creating for, you are handling with Yakubu Abdurrahman, you feed this information. But if it is not one job alone, if it is a various type of jobs, you leave it blank. You understand? If you leave it blank this way, when you want to, I can show you how to now create for, let's say for Abdurrahman alone, you carry out like 5 jobs. Maybe you paint, you check his you are his plumber, you his kitchen remodeling, you remodel his kitchen, you remodel his house, or any other kind of project you can think, maybe weather and the rest, all those stuff. Wedding, you can also do those by creating different jobs. So you leave this option. But if it's only one job you are creating for Abdurrahman, this is good to go. Let's click on OK. Now we are done with all the information for Abdurrahman. So let's click on OK. Now you haven't assigned a class. Okay, yeah, because I told QuickBooks to actually assign class, and you can see I did not assign any class. You understand? So if I want to remove that, I can go back to edit and remove. I was just using it for class purpose. So let me just say Abuja. Let me leave it there. But I can save anyway, even without selecting. I can save anyway. So let's click on OK. Now I've created a customer named Abdurrahman Yakubu. You can now see that the information has changed. You can see the full name, the customer type, the term list. Now if you go to list and click on customer, then customer type list, you will see now we have, I think, 2 types, because I have retail for the other one, I think. Okay, if you want to check on wholesale, you double click on wholesale. Okay. This is the list, customer type list. Sorry, that is a list. So if I want to go to okay, that is the item list. So these are the list of options we have. I can also create new to actually give us that. But if I want to now bring reports, that is when you now select them based on maybe wholesale, maybe retail, and the likes. You understand? Under this report now, if you come to customer and receivables, you understand? From this particular option, anyone I select from there, I can select the type that I want this transaction to come up by. Well, that is not what we are doing here now. So let me just go to open windows and select my customer center. I think I've spent a whole lot of time in this transaction alone, in this Abdurrahman Yakubu. So you can see now that is that. Everything is settled. We have the customer information. There's no transaction for this customer. We have not done anything, so here will be blank. Now that job I was telling you about, you can add a job here. In fact, now you click, I click on Yakubu Abdurrahman already, Yaksin. You can see now that Yaksin is showing here. I told you guys that Yaksin, the first option will. Now I selected Yaksin. That is why it's showing me customer here, Yaksin. Then I'm creating jobs. If I want to create like different jobs for Yaksin alone, I can do that here. You understand? Each individual job I will come down to job info and fill in that job and come back again. If I want to create another job again, and create another job for Yak. Now you can see that QuickBooks here is showing Yaksin only, then here is showing the name and the like. So that is that for the customer. See you guys in the next class. Hope you guys enjoy and understand this class. Bye.